Hi, I'm Jennifer Lancaster, a book writing coach. I'm going to talk to you today about 5 tips to getting unstuck in your thought leader journey and also mention a summit I've got coming up. One of these tips is invest in your training so that you can get further faster. And obviously, this relates to doing a virtual summit in Authorpreneur because if you don't invest in your training in some way, even if it's a free day, you won't be able to get to your goals fast enough. It will take ages and it will be just like ad hoc learning. You won't be condensing. And that's what we're doing in this day. We're going to condense the learning and we're going to make sure that you get the right mindset around marketing and media exposure and doing your own stories so that you don't spend ages listening to that hubbub on the internet that they're all just marketers and doing it a certain way for small business. And it's totally different what we're talking about. Now, number 2 is learn from experts. This is what I've done over the years. I've learned from Neil Patel when I wanted to know about SEO and digital marketing. I looked at everything he was writing about online and did some of his courses. So even if my budget wasn't there, which it might not be for you, you can learn from experts for free these days from the content that they put out, which is quite good often. And sometimes you can just buy a little marketing planner or a book they've got. And we've got some books here for people who can just want to get that first level of learning. And you can do that yourself too with your own audience. Learn marketing from aspiring niche leaders. As I said, learn marketing from those people who are going to talk about how to build a presence online as a soloist, not as like a company of 10. How to do things that will move the needle, not get caught up in like the latest hack or an algorithm change or any of that. So you want to know about how to, create a good book, how to grow your media presence, how to connect with others so that you can joint venture, how to do your own personal story. We've got someone talking about how do you do your personal stories and bring that into your book or your other content as well. So that's going to be a great topic to do. So there's also, if you want to remove your own upper limits, make sure you tap into your own creativity and your own ideas. These days it's all about using AI. They can help you get unstuck a little bit as well. But I think that because I've been doing it, once you turn your creative tap on, and you start playing around, your ideas flow more easily. So often we get stuck in our analytical mind and our like keeping up with the Joneses kind of competitive mindset. And we're worried about how we don't measure up. But if you turn on your creative tap, as I call it, and use mind mapping and visual tools, then you won't have that problem of not having anything good to say, okay? Because it's all in here. Number 5 is commit to your goal and then the milestones for that goal. So what I mean is if you've got a goal to write a book within 6 months, don't just leave that as that, because sometimes we can put things off that are hard. We don't know how to get going. So you have a milestone of, okay, month 1, I'm going to have my outline written and I'm going to work on my preface and my synopsis of why I'm writing this book and what are the reasons people will read it. So the why is for me and the reasons are for them. And then, of course, milestones, all along the way until you get to about months 4 or 5 where you'll be sort of editing the work and looking over it, what you've said and getting an editor on board to do that final language check. Also, you'll ask yourself, what new habit can I integrate to make sure that this project of mine, because it is a project, gets done. So if it's, say, an online course that you're building, I'm going to finish the quick start guide to creating a course by Thinkific, which is free. And then I will download a sheet or worksheet or perhaps my handy mega book and course content planner so that I can have prompts so that I can create the modules and know what the lessons are going to be called. Good first step. That is something then I'll try to get into the habit of making a video a week or at least doing a bunch. So maybe making 3 in a day and then sending them for editing. like, it's all about creating that momentum that you need. So you're going to mark it in your diary. So what I do for myself is I spend 1 hour every morning trying to create. So it might not be content for social media. Today I'm doing that, but it might be, say, write a chapter, or like half a chapter or something, or I'll get onto someone else's project and I'll go, okay, how can this be better? Like, I'll open up my creative and mind and ask myself questions. So a good way to stop yourself analyzing is to ask a better question. And another way is to draw. So it doesn't matter how bad your drawing is. Mine's pretty shocking, I can admit. But I've done a lot of mind mapping, and using the colours and the imagery, it does help you unlock something in your mind and make it easier to flow, because our minds actually like that radiant thinking, which is flowing outwards, and it also has connections. So the neurons have connections, and also when in your memory, you say a word, pineapple. You're not thinking of the letters pineapple, you're actually thinking of the thing, a pineapple. You're thinking of eating a pineapple, you're thinking of cutting a pineapple, you're thinking of the shape of a pineapple, and this is how our mind actually works, and it works on, say, you get a concept, and then you can drill right down to those little things until you're at the level where you've got ideas for different parts of your chapter. That's a little bit about getting into your creative side, and make sure that you bookmark my site and go to the Authorpreneur Summit Down Under page and sign up for a free ticket while they're still there, because they will be gone soon. And I'll see you there on the day, 2nd of September. Bye.